One.
Hello, everyone, and we are back in the second part where we are discussing all about Ash and the Midas Touch, which has been written by our author, Catherine J. Ellis, who you can see over there. And this is a project, a book that she is running under her foundation, which is Imagineering to a Better World. So now we're in continuation with chatting with her, and we're going to ask you some more interesting questions, Catherine. Are you ready for it?
Yes, I am.
Okay, so I would like to ask you, where does this book take place?
Okay. This book's actually set in Sydney. So it's in a classroom. So the setting is obviously Australia. So the main characters are the children. The main children are actually all migrant children. And so because Australia is a country of migrants, we actually don't have any full-blooded Aborigines in the whole country anymore. So everybody has got some background from somewhere overseas. And we've got so many of us in Australia are actually first generation or second generation migrants from another country. And so this could be, so it could seem like it's set anywhere. So it's not actually, I don't think it looks like it's in a big city, but it is set in Sydney, and specifically it's in the classroom and also in some of the homes of the main characters, especially with their mums.
Yeah, I think it makes it really interesting because the classroom, because it just, even as a person who was working on this, it just took me back to my school days. And it's always very interesting to be in a classroom and the dynamics that the characters have created. And that's the lovely photo that you see over there, the illustration done by a very, very talented Nariki. I think you've answered the next question, a bit of it, which was, who are the main characters? But I would like you to elaborate on why are they so important to the story?
Yeah, okay. Well, the first one of the main characters is Ash. So she's an Indian Australian, and she has only been here for 5 years. And so she's someone who prides herself on being smart. And then her best friend is Dom, and we can see that Dom loves music. We find out through the story that he actually has a desire in the future to have a career in music, but I won't say how or what it is. You'll need to read the book. And it's the first in the series. So this particular book is more of an introduction about who the characters are. And Ash, we can see the situation. Her home situation is a bit different too. We actually don't see Ash's mum or dad in this particular one, but we do see someone else who is in her home, which is different again. And yeah, so a lot of it, I think, the same as with anything, when you're looking at any story, you get to know the characters through their interaction with each other. And yeah, and then with G2M, it's like, well, how does she fit in? Who is she and how is she connected? And we know she's a friend, of the teacher. Mm-hmm. So, yeah. So, and by the way, G2M is a social entrepreneur. So that is about profit with purpose. So it's about having an organisation who is sustainable, making a profit, but that obviously part of those profits is to give back into society. And Imagineering to a Better World is a social enterprise.
Mm-hmm. It's actually a very lovely thought and a very lovely purpose in a profession to go ahead with. It's important to have financial sustainability, but then it's also important to give back. And I think that's where this book is, telling this audience that how to do that. And that comes to the next question that I have. Why do you think that this book will appeal to the readers?
Okay. Well, one, I know that if parents don't give kids money just for nothing and pay for everything, and we start to actually be intentional about how we're teaching people going forward. Because if we just give money away to anybody, it doesn't matter who it is. It could be a third world country. Like I've lived in different countries, as you know, overseas in Southeast Asia, different ones. And it can be almost like a welfare trap that you're getting money for nothing, and that can feed a sense of entitlement. And I would say that even with children, And so whereas I look at the kids that I would say are the happiest, that are the most resilient, and especially because I'm a teacher. So I meet children all the time. And the ones that I would say are the happiest are the ones that actually they work together as a team within their family. So it could be helping your family with chores, getting pocket money. And, so I love that. I love, talking with children and teenagers about that, and even young adults. And it's like, okay, well, what do you have to do in your home? And just on that, one of the things is I also used to be a homestay mum for many years. And sometimes, especially from particular countries, I had students come to stay with me, and especially if they were one young lady in particular, she was going to get married. But she was absolutely petrified because where she was from, her mum did everything, and they also had a cleaner coming in and different things. She had no idea how to cook, no idea how to clean, and yet she was getting married and her husband expected her to know all of that. And so sometimes the parents, in the genuine desire of wanting the best for their children, don't want them to have to do anything, concentrate on your studies, or go and relax, that they're actually not helping the children in one way because they're not preparing them for life when they leave home. So, and now I've forgotten the question.
No, I think you've answered it quite beautifully. It was all about why would it appeal to the readers.
Okay, so yeah. Yes, so in one way, it's explicitly teaching different things, like why would you do that? So there's different sub-themes that come up that the kids learn, for example, about you don't spend all your money, or you don't, I won't give too much away because it's part of the storyline, but there's different things that you do with money. So if you have $1, you actually split that $1 up, and so that stops you becoming greedy or stops you becoming selfish or all of these different things. So it's explicitly teaching, which a lot of people were doing that many years ago through, like I said, through teaching your children and having them do chores around the house, partly because they're part of the family. So, yeah.
I think if this has already got you thinking that, wow, this sounds good and maybe we should check it out, then you should check it out. And you can actually avail the ebook now on Amazon, or you can actually go on the website of Imagineering to a Better World, which is
IM.
Oh my God.
Imagineering.
I got that wrong. I am for Imagineering. imtv.tv2.com.
im2.tv.
Okay, I have written it over here. Let me say that again. You can go on im2.tv, which is the website for Imagineering to a Better World, and you can order your hard copy on request over there.
Yes, thank you. And just you mentioned about why else would people want to buy it? One of the things that we're doing through Imagineering to a Better World, especially in 21, is a new, really ambitious goal, is to teach and activate 1 million plus people to Imagineer a Better World and to Social Enterprise Evolve. And so this book is sort of starting that. So even in the book, we can see, if you can see there, that we've got G2M actually teaching the children the 4 steps at the very basic level of how to Imagineer a better world. So through the story themselves, they're actually realising, wow, this is, we're already teaching people how to do that. And then we're already introducing the concept of a social entrepreneur, so the profit with purpose. So, yeah, it's the baby steps towards that 1 million plus people.
Lovely. That is amazing goal to have. And I am so rooting for you, Catherine. And I think this will happen for sure and very soon as well. And we are going to come to a close on this particular video because we are going to ask Catherine a lot more questions. And you have to stay tuned and catch us in the next video. So thank you, Catherine, and see you the other side.
Thank you for watching. Thanks, Ashani.